Hello everyone, Namaste and welcome back. Well, no matter if it's a function or festival or gathering, our electrical appliances are the most used ones. ACs to escape from the suffocation of the gathering, washing machines which run load by load to finish the laundry, refrigerators to store all the carry forward food and vegetables and fruits and desserts and what not, and microwaves to reheat the refrigerated food. This way, the appliances keep working more than they usually do and eventually get tired. I know you might be wondering, why am I talking about appliances as living things? Well, for me, all my appliances are my helpers and they are as good as humans for me. So, today I took up the task to clean my fridge wherever needed, along with meal prepping for the coming week. In the morning, I wrote down what all I have to do to reset my week. I usually clean my fridge with vinegar water spray and it works effectively against bad odor and germs, but today I am just wiping down the surfaces as just before the festival started, I did it. Alternatively, I place the small bowl of baking soda in the corner of a rack in both my refrigerator and freezer to get rid of bad smell in the fridge. I line the racks by reusing old dining table mats, and as they are transparent, they don't make the fridge dark. I store the used lemon peels in a container like this as I use them while steaming idlis or for cleaning microwave. I am placing the batter containers inside first so that I can assess the remaining space accordingly. As these containers are very bulky, they take up much of the space. I am also removing the door racks to clean and dry them thoroughly. I usually store condiments in these racks like all the bread spreads, sauces, cheese, mayo, etc. The festivals have taken a huge toll on my refrigerator as I was just dumping things into it without properly arranging them. I kept cleaning the racks from time to time, but the door and some areas have been untouched for a while. So, here I am cleaning them thoroughly. I like to line the condiments rack too, as it tends to accumulate leakage from the sauce bottles. So I am cleaning the liners too along with the racks. This is a simple process. I just use some dishwashing liquid and scrub them thoroughly. I am putting them to air dry so that in the meantime I can get some other works done too. I divided this video into two parts. One is refrigerator cleaning and organizing along with some basic meal preps, and the next video will be based on complete meal prep. I started off with making idli and dosa batters, process of which I shared in one of my videos, and now I'm arranging all the vegetables. I have shared some tips on storing vegetables in my fridge restock video. The links of all the related videos will be given in the description box. Please check if you haven't watched it yet. In this box, I stored the 3 essentials for my daily cooking: green chilies, curry leaves and coriander leaves. These 3 definitely go into all my curries and dals, so I prefer to store them together. It's been a while since I gave the container a wash, so I washed it and dried it with the napkin, and now I'm storing them. As I mentioned, I just dumped the veggies as I received them without properly managing, and some of the green chilies started to rot. So I'm storing the nice ones and removing their heads to store them properly. Likewise, the curry leaves stay fresh for a longer period if stored along with their stems. So, I am storing the fresh batch first and then the previous batch so that it can be consumed first. Recently, as Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations, our apartment had cooked for 1,000 people, and in that process, lots of coriander and pudina were left over. So, Mihika helped me in picking the leaves of mint, and here there were 2 bunches of coriander. One bunch I'm storing in this box. I'll just cut the roots and I'll store them in a cloth. Green leafy vegetables will stay fresh for a long time when wrapped in a tissue paper or cloth. So this box goes in for the entire week. And this bunch I'll use for green chutney. In the meanwhile, the racks have also dried off completely, so I'm placing them back. I use these items almost every day for my kids' snacks box, so I store them in a way that's functional for me. The door gives nice cooling, so I prefer all the sauces here like red chili sauce, soy sauce, green chili sauce, Szechuan sauce and some spreads. In this rack, I store butter and cheese cubes in a container like this so that I can access them whenever needed. I know soft drinks are not good for health, but we have few bottles as it's easy to offer when some guests arrive. And with this, the organization of the door is done. Now comes the prepping part. When head and tail of the carrots are removed and stored in an airtight container, they will stay fresh for almost 2 weeks, and I also mentioned this in my fridge restock video. I store potatoes and sweet potatoes in a basket like this under the countertop. They don't sprout. I put them as I received them into this basket, so now I am segregating them for the meal preps which I am going to show in the next video. After taking out the required amount of potatoes, the rest I'll put them in the same basket and store them inside. Here I'm going to make a yummy dark chocolate walnut fudge. I recently came across this recipe and felt this was an easy way to make my kids eat walnuts. Of course, chocolate is not a healthy option, but if not kids, then who? Their metabolism is high, and with dance and other activities, they burn more calories than they consume. So, I feel it's okay to have chocolates and other kids' foods sometimes. So, here I finally chopped the dark chocolate. I took Amul dark chocolate compound. You can use any compound chocolate, and then I'm putting it for double boiling for it to melt slowly. And simultaneously I'm dry roasting the walnuts to bring that crunch in them. Just dry roast until they get the nice color and turn crunchy. Then keep them aside until they cool down completely. Once they cool down completely, slice them into pieces like this and then add to the melted chocolate. Save some for garnishing in the end. Mix them all together well. I'm transferring the mixture into a different plate which I lined with a butter paper. This helps in removing the mixture once it's frozen. Level everything nicely and top it with the saved walnuts. Cover it and refrigerate it for 1 hour and it's ready. Now I am preparing ginger garlic paste. I will be storing them as frozen cubes. I sometimes make fresh ginger garlic paste, but most of the times I prefer this process. Here I have taken 3/4 part garlic and 1/4 part ginger, as we like the taste of garlic more in our food. In a blender jar I have taken ginger and garlic and added some salt, which acts as a preservative. I am grinding them into a smooth paste so that I can fill it into the ice cube tray. One cube serves me 2 times, as this is not diluted with water and is very pungent if the whole cube is used. I will freeze this overnight. Now I am preparing green chutney. We as a household love green chutney. We use it in sandwiches and as a side dish for parathas and dosas, and even make rice with it. So with this bunch I am preparing green chutney. I have taken 1 part mint and 3 parts of coriander and added some garlic cloves, black salt, normal salt, little bit of sugar and juice of 1 whole lemon. I forgot to add cumin seeds here, so I'm adding them now. I added directly, but roasted cumin seeds give amazing taste to this chutney. Some of this I'm filling in the ice tray so that I can thaw it and use it. Adding these cubes to jeera and onion tadka with some spices and rice makes it an amazing mint coriander rice, which my family loves. The rest I'm storing in a glass jar, and this can stay fresh in the fridge for a week, and the frozen cubes can stay fresh for months. I have saved some garlic for recipes where only garlic is needed, so I am storing them in a glass container. The fudge is also ready, and as I have placed the paper, it was easy to demold. I'm cutting it into bite size so that I can give it to my kids for snacks. This turned out to be amazing. Every bite had walnuts crunch in it, and dark chocolate is not that unhealthy. Even I loved it. And looking at this, I feel like eating one. I'm storing all these pieces in a glass container and storing them in the refrigerator. I am placing all the preps that were done today back into the fridge, and my week is sorted. And now even my refrigerator is breathing happily, as it's also neat and clean. In the freezer, I store shredded cheese, sweet corn, peas, coconuts and some pulses. I started in the afternoon, and my god, the power fluctuations today were horrible. The moment I entered the kitchen, the power went off and it came back 5:30 in the evening, as there was some maintenance work going on. So, though I had inverter connection for light, but the grinder and oven and other appliances that I needed for today's work weren't available until the power came back, so it was too late. I served the dinner in between all this hustle and cleaned the dishes which cannot go into the dishwasher. I also soaked some green moong dal for sprouts, so I'm washing them and keeping them aside to sprout. Simultaneously, I'm cleaning my countertop. You know, we all have the same 24 hours. How we utilize those 24 hours is in our hands. Being productive is a choice. Taking out few hours a day and giving the required attention to our helpers can ensure that our house and its members can have a hurdle-free week ahead. I have made some ragi cookies as a part of my meal prep, recipe of which will be shared in the coming video. So, stay tuned for more meal prep ideas. Hope you all liked this video. If yes, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you all soon next week. Until then, take care, keep smiling. Bye bye.